Welcome once again to another exciting episode of Sports Catalog as we update you on Africa Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast. This year has been a year for the underdogs. Shocking results and emotional farewells is ongoing. Today's matches across Ivory Coast are Mali vs Burkina Faso, Morocco vs South Africa, two teams looking to stake their claim to go deep into the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations met in the last 16 today, as Mali take on Burkina Faso. A quarter-final meeting and hosts Ivory Coast awaits the Eagles after winning on Tuesday night. Burkina Faso were rated as potential outsiders for the title following their run to the last four in Cameroon 2 years ago, but their performances could not match the levels of those in the 2021 edition of the finals. Mali, ranked 51st in the world, had also been touted as dark horses and will now face a tricky test against a rejuvenated Ivory Coast after the hosts saw off defending champions Senegal on penalties on Monday. On 5 occasions have Mali managed to reach the Final Four, but they are one of the larger nations to have never won an AFCON tournament. But there is plenty of talent in Eric Schell's squad to suggest they can end their wait for a crown after topping a difficult Group E and winning this last 16 tie in Korogo. As the Eagles of Mali beat the Stallions of Burkina Faso 2-1 in the ongoing Total Energies CAF Africa Cup of Nations 2023 in Côte d'Ivoire. An own goal in the 3rd minute from Edmond Tapsoba gave the Eagles the lead. Earlier in the second half in the 47th minute, Lassine Sissoko extends Mali's lead to 2-0. Ten minutes later, Bertrand Traoré's spot kick reduced the deficit to 2-1 after a handball review by the video assistant referee. The Stallions found their stride, increasing the pressure, yet the unwavering Mali defense successfully fended them off. The Eagles, in turn, secure their spot in the quarter-finals, where they will face the tournament hosts, Côte d'Ivoire. Ten minutes later, Bertrand Traoré's spot kick reduced the deficit to 2-1 after a handball review by the video assistant referee. The Stallions found their stride, increasing the pressure, yet the unwavering Mali defense successfully fended them off. The Eagles, in turn, secure their spot in the quarter-finals, where they will face the tournament hosts, Côte d'Ivoire, on Saturday, February 3rd in Bouaké. No late redemption for Burkina Faso this time around, and they can have few complaints really. Mali were hardly exceptional, but the Stallions were still second best for the vast majority and couldn't build a head of steam in those final exchanges. Issoufou Diao thought he had equalized for the Burkinabe in the final minute, but his header from a free kick was ruled out for offside and Mali saw out 8 minutes of added time. The Eagles have reached the last 8 for the first time since 2013, and Eric Schell's side will now face the Ivorians on Saturday, 1700 hours Greenwich Mean Time, for a place in the semi-finals. South Africa produced a big upset to knock 10-man Morocco out of the Africa Cup of Nations at the round of 16 stage, beating the continent's top-ranked nation 2-0 in a smash-and-grab performance in San Pedro. Excellent second-half goals from Evidence Makopa and Teboho Makona earned Bafana Bafana a famous victory against a Moroccan side who saw Achraf Hakimi miss a late penalty and finished with 10 men after Sofiane Amrabat was sent off. Morocco had a string of openings and largely dominated possession, but South Africa were a threat throughout on the counter and they opened the scoring with one such move as Makopa avoided the wonky offside trap and finished well into the bottom corner, with the goal allowed to stand after a VAR review. Frustration grew on both sides as players missed golden opportunities to score. Bayer Leverkusen's Adli missed a good opportunity for the Atlas Lions in the 38th minute. South Africa gained more possession as the second half of the match rolled on, leading to their breakthrough. Evidence Makopa managed to score a goal in the 55th minute. Makona then put the contest beyond doubt by curling in beautifully for South Africa's second, continuing a memorable campaign for Hugo Broos' side, which has already included their largest ever AFCON win. Heart-stopping match in the closing of hour between Morocco and South Africa, where the South African team struggled to secure victory against the Moroccans led by Achraf Hakimi and Romain Sess. Injuries meant Morocco were short of forwards Hakim Ziyech, their match winner against Zambia, and Sofiane Boufal, and their watching absentees must have wondered how the North Africans conspired to miss so many opportunities against a team ranked 53 places below them. With Tuesday's night win, the Bafana Bafana, who proved to be strong opponents, have booked their ticket for the AFCON quarterfinals. Their path to a potential semi-final against Nigeria or Angola is likely to test their defensive resolve again, pitting them against a Cape Verde team who scored 7 times in the group stage before beating Mauritania 1-0 in their last 16 match on Monday. An electrifying match at the Amadou Gon Coulibaly Stadium, where the Mali national team secured a 2-1 victory over Burkina Faso, earning a spot in the quarter-finals of the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations, AFCON, and South Africa beating most-ranked team in Africa, Morocco, due to their outstanding performance in Qatar FIFA World Cup 2022 and smooth qualification to the AFCON in Ivory Coast, have increased the confidence of both winning team and ready to challenge their opponents. Keep sharing, comment and like Sports Catalog as you get latest updates on CAF Africa Cup of Nations.